We are talking what's for dinner.
Oh.
No, not you.
That's rude.
No, women's shake-ups at the Adams County Fair, though you'll get to see this guy, too.
Yeah, it's a fair staple. Leon Obert is here with the Adams County Fair Board. Leon, step on in. Adams County Fair kicks off tomorrow.
That is correct.
What do you guys got going on?
We've got it all going on. We're all set up. We're ready to roll. We've got the Queen Pageant. Of course, a little Mr. and Mrs. Pageant prior to that going on stage at 7:30 is the Queen Pageant. But that'll kick off the fair. And we've got a full weekend of events and great weather forecasted.
No doubt. We're going to get your weather here in just a second. So, big night on Friday night, too. Country superstar Joe Nichols coming in.
That is correct, and that'll get underway at 7:30. We've got bull riding on Saturday. We've got a big carnival up there. We've got all kinds of things going on. We've got great food, of course.
It's starting to balk at me.
That made some sort of
animal
noise.
show, and of course we'll have all the traditional farm animals at the fair as well.
Sure.
All the 4-H displays and exhibits. And
let's talk a little bit about the exotic animal show. What kind of animals are we talking about here?
well, we're going to have a bear. I think we're going to have a camel, an armadillo. I think a wild cat of some kind.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. It's supposed to be a whole barnyard of them. I mean,
and that's on Saturday.
No, that's actually going to start on Thursday and run through Monday. So we'll have it up there for about 5 days, and they'll have about 2 or 3 shows per day. So it's definitely something to come up and see. It's something new this year. Your fair admission will get you into that. That's a free show. Of course, kids 12 and under are free all week long at the fair, so it's very family affordable. We've got a lot of great food that is also very affordable to come up and feed the family.
We mentioned Adams County Fair and the lemon shake-ups. One of my favorites there is the chocolate shake.
Oh yeah, yes. The Holstein Club does the milkshake station.
Yes.
So yes, that's a local group, and definitely that is a fair favorite by many of the fairgoers over the past years.
Excellent. And normally you guys start on Thursday, a day early this year.
We're starting a day early. We're running it from Wednesday through Tuesday. That's just kind of make it a little bit more family friendly. A lot of people have been able to extend their weekends off. So we've got 130 campers up there this year. That's maxed out. We've never had that many campers. So I think it's already starting to show us it's going to work very well by changing this day up.
Good, and like you said, great weather, so you can't really argue
Great
with
weather.
that.
And the Demo Derby will end the fair on Tuesday, so make sure everybody understands Tuesday is the last night of the fair. That's when the Demo Derby. There'll be a few of us up there, of course, next Wednesday cleaning up, but we don't want to see you showing up for the Derby after it's already been the night before.
And then Thursday, planning next year's fair, right? That's about how it goes.
Absolutely. We're already planning next year's fair now. We had a meeting last night, and we're already starting to get things lined up for next year, and definitely we're going to be taking notes.
Well, we're planning our next segment in the next half hour. We have more with the rooster here, and we have a bunny rabbit to show you. And we're going to talk with a gentleman who's going to show these animals and what it takes to get that done, and hopefully bring home some nice blue ribbon. Welcome back to KHQA this morning, talking to Adams County Fair. We have a chicken, we have a bunny, and we have Seth Thurwell. And you only brought 2 animals.
Yeah.
So I'll just stand here with my hands in my pocket.
Oh, no. Just
So
wait.
you show both animals?
Yes, I do.
I didn't ask for your opinion. Do you name the animals?
I do not. I have a lot of birds at home and a lot of animals that gets kind of hectic to name them all.
Sure. So I have to
number
ask,
1, number 2.
Yeah.
because I've seen the bunny shows. What does it take to show a chicken? And this is actually a rooster.
A rooster.
For showing birds, a lot of work goes into preparing them ahead of time. A lot of it's just the feed you feed them.
Okay.
They have to have the right proteins and everything to make sure they look good. And then after that, it just goes with how you take care of your birds. A bird like this, because he has feathers on his feet, you want to keep him in a pen that has shavings on the bottom of it, pine shavings to just make sure his feathers stay correct. And then when you go into the show, you just kind of make sure that everything's ready and you're ready to answer any of the judges' questions.
Great. It's, no offense here, Seth, but that's kind of a small rooster, right?
Yes, this is a Bantam, so...
Okay.
And Melissa and I were talking about this earlier. You don't find too many animals where their paws or claws look like Elvis's bell bottoms. That's kind of cute.
So, how do you show a chicken? What do judges look for?
At the 4-H shows, we put them in different cages,
won't do that
and then
again.
the judge will come around. He'll ask you to take out your bird, and you take the bird out head first out of the cage and put him back in head first, that way you don't ruin any feathers. And then he just asks you any questions about your bird, how old it is, what type of breed it is.
Here you go, Chad.
And you're just supposed to
Just pick them like that.
answer any questions and know about your animal.
And does this stress him out at all?
You will get a little bit of stress. All my birds I work with constantly throughout the year because I show at different shows. So if they're worked with and around different people and constantly handled, it lessens on the stress.
He's very calm. I've never held a
I
chicken
think
before, but he's
the
very
bunny
calm.
is more my style.
Okay. It was very soft. Talk about the bunny. What do you do when you show a rabbit?
On the rabbits, you have different classes. This
his
here is a
face?
standard Rex. And you get them out when you go to have different shows, and you take them up to a judging table, After that,
Ow, ow, ow. Okay, the chicken's loose. It's a free-range chicken. Look at him go.
Go, Seth, go.
Wow. All right, cool.
after that, the
got
judge will
claws. It
get him out,
Really? I
check
know.
over the body confirmation on the rabbit, according to the standard, and then just ask you questions on how old it is, and they just kind of judge it by then.
And how often do you win?
He actually took first place of his variety up in Hancock County.
Great.
And they
So-
get along just perfect. I mean, look at
Yeah.
that. And that, you brought them in the same cage, and they just go along like two peas in a pod.
Yep.
It's interesting. You would think that, I mean, he's balking at us, but the rabbit's fine.
The rabbit's very calm. Yeah, Tegan used to show rabbits at the Adams County Fair,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And how many did you win? Did you come home with some winners?
Every year I came home with either reserve champion or grand champion.
Or like a participant ribbon, that's what I used to get.
But this is Rex over here, and I showed mini lops, hollowed lops, and a few dwarfs.